My traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, the dawn is breaking on the stage that holds our final destiny. And so my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, don't dream it, be it, because the show must go on. And on today's episode, I completely forgot to get like the March vibes out. And I don't know if I'm gonna also do like a pick a card on the March vibe. I don't know, I feel like my pick a cards get like way too specific. Like it's like for one person or like two people. On the split, just to like shout it out there, you might get like an unexpected bonus or some like unexpected money coming in from some sort of relatively like official source. Like it seemed like some sort of boss or manager, or it could even just be someone that you know, paying you back for something that you did like a long time ago. But I'm not talking about like mega bucks. It's just like, you know, it's just like a little bit of unexpected money might come in for you in March. There also might be something going on, and it seemed kind of like more like on the national or international stage, that we might have some kind of like unexpected like protests somewhere. I don't know if that's in America or somewhere else, but I mean, if that went down, I would not be shocked considering the state of like international affairs at the moment, right? So perhaps some sort of, but like the way that this like protest was coming off was that like it was something that was going to be like kind of long term, and it was registering as something like fairly significant. Like if it was like a protest to kind of like, obstruct the motions of like day-to-day life in a certain area or of government or something like that, it seemed like it was going to be fairly effective, which if somebody did that somewhere on the planet, then yeah, that's gonna make like international news, right? But you know, I don't know. So what do we have here? Well, we have something going on. It's like a place of business. Something going on in a place of business. I've got marriage and occupation, but it's sort of like, it seems to me like a commitment at work. And I'm not talking about between two people. I just mean like you're committed to a specific sort of work. You're doing it in a particular, like you might work from home, or this is a place of business that you go to, but there is someone else. There is someone else who's either like interested in what you're doing, they're interested in you. It's like interested in you and what you are doing, and they somehow want to be involved. And there's our sudden, like there's some sort of like unexpected money perhaps coming to y'all in March potentially. And it's going to be coming from some sort of official source that you already work with. It's something that's going on already in the job that you do, or it's some sort of like side hustle or something else that somebody wants to be involved with. Male and female at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's get some little clarifiers on this Kipper. And I am just covered in cat hair. Misha's been like kind of aggressively been following me around. I don't know what's wrong with him this morning. He's just got a wild hair, but he's just been like, everywhere I go until now, he's just been like, I'm here, I need to sit on you, or I need to like perch over you and like observe everything that's going on here. And it's just like, all right, well, thank you. I knew it. Like, I was like, this has to do with the protests. And sure enough, protests came out. So we've got accident and third wheel. And by the way, this seems like this would be coming up because if there is some sort of like major move within like world events or whatever, that's naturally going to show up like in the energy just because of what a big deal it is. I don't know that y'all are especially involved in this, though, I mean, you might be like locally involved in a protest, but accident, third wheel, it's like potentially somebody or some entity is going to make a misstep that like exposes it or themselves and their involvement in a situation. And then there like are potentially going to be protests about it. And this is something about like money or aid that is supposed to be going to a specific area. It is not going to that area. Like this is lies about like aid funds or aid things going like in one direction, but they're actually going in another direction. And now we have whoever's like plotted this in their like pride and ego or whatever, the people who have been working this strategy are now frightened because we have evidence of their involvement. Evidence, but I believe this is like some sort of misstep that they are making. Let's see here. I don't know, it has to do with either themselves making a misstep or like someone who's involved with the situation, like exposing them, I don't know. But again, that's, like I say, natural disaster. That seems like world events. That seems like something like very, very like high level. Natural disaster. So I don't know, maybe something like that will happen in March. Who knows? All right, what's under here? The Wheel of Fortune turning favorably. And here's like, look, I'm telling you, it's like you're gonna be watching some kind of protest or something like on social media, on TV, something. It's some sort of protest, but I don't think y'all are involved. This is like something, I'm telling you, it's like something that you're watching. It's something that's going on like elsewhere in the world. And it is something about like aid that is supposed to be directed by like certain people or something like that. But there's like deceit and like that, whoever that King of Swords and Queen of Swords is, like these people are like in cahoots on the deceit, okay? And like they're like, the community is going to attack them for this, whatever they're doing with these funds, because these are like, I'm telling you, these are like taxpayer dollars or something like that, okay? This is very interesting. I've never gotten this sort of message within like what's going on in the next month, you know? Queen of Cups, like I say, it's like something that you're watching kind of passively. I doubt anyone's involved at the level that I'm talking about. Though maybe y'all are, I don't know. Okay, there is something that somebody you know very much wants, like from you or involving you. I've got family room, merit making, and reservation. Merit making, this is like goodness. Reservation, desire, worth, extravagance. It's like there's something that somebody wants to give you. And it's somebody who you're close to. With this family room, Six of Cups, I'm not getting that as a past person. I'm just getting it as someone that you are close to with that family room. It's somebody that you know. It's not necessarily a family member. It could be a friend, but also that could be someone who you work with like every day, right? So, but it's just someone who you know relatively well or who sees you relatively often. Main male blessing. The Lovers, I'm telling you, this is somebody that you know. There's got to be someone that you know. It's, and they want to bless you. That main male is not necessarily a man. That is just someone who is acting on you. You would be the receptive party, and the other person is the active party. And then we have here, mature woman. So again, the passive party, not necessarily a woman. With Sweetheart and the Nine of Swords. I don't know. Like you might feel weird about this. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you, because like, it's like this person, like the Sweetheart card has like two people who are going to have a baby on it. This is either like someone potentially, saying like, I know we've been friends for a while or associates or whatever, but I would like to be more, and perhaps you don't feel the same way about this person. This is also potentially someone who, like I said, you are working on something. This person wants to help contribute to the thing that you are making. It's not an actual baby. Unless it is more of the, hey, I know like we've been like associates or whatever, but actually I'd like you to have my children. Unless it's specifically that, okay? This is more like somebody wants to step in to help you produce something. And I don't know, it's either you only want to work alone, or I don't know, you might have different feelings about this person than they do about you. But let's go ahead and see what else we can get. This is something that this person wants very much, whoever this is. They either want to be with you or they super want to work with you, like really, really bad. But this is probably where that money would be coming from, if it is actual money, okay? Lovers with the Four of Wands, this person, these Six of Cups, Nine of Cups, Lovers, Four of Wands, I'm still thinking there is something like business or creative involved here, but this very much seems like someone who wants to be like in an actual relationship with you. So here's the thing, if it's like business plus that Nine of Swords, which I'm going to clarify right now, could also potentially be maybe you appreciate this person as a business partner, but not as a romantic partner, or vice versa. Yeah, I'd be in a relationship with you, but I don't want to share my bit. Like I want to work on my stuff by myself. Like it could be that. It is something about the collaboration that is stressing y'all out. I'm just gonna go there because that's like the relevant, like here is the energetic like snafu to me. What is it about the collaboration that the collective does not like? It's sort of like uncertainty. I think maybe you're concerned about too many cooks in the kitchen. You could be someone who prefers like creative control. Like I said, if you prefer working by yourself, it's sort of like whatever this is that you're working on, it's your vision. And I don't know that like you especially want to share it with someone else, or you're just uncertain about how that person's involvement would go. What is upsetting the collective? This person, I don't know if it's multiple people who are doing this. Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands. It could be multiple parties. Is this in fact like multiple offers that the collective will be fielding? Potentially? Yes. Page of, well, I'll do one more. Page of Cups. Seven of Cups, Page of Cups. It seems like multiple offers. Especially with that Seven of Wands. That's like contending with multiple things or multiple actions. It seems like you're going to have multiple offers. This seems like one person over here, but it's sort of like they're one of many. That might be what's stressing you out. Why does the collective have so many people losing their shit over here? Y'all have so many people. There's some sort of work y'all are doing. Told you it's about work. Some sort of work that's either really resonating with people. It's honest work. Like, I don't know. It's honest work. It's work within like communications. Eight of Cups, like whatever it is that like you're doing or saying while you're doing, it's like motivating people to do something. Like that Eight of Cups is like, it's like think about their situation and perhaps like what? But whatever you're doing, it's sort of like people, like multiple people are seeing the truth of this thing and they're like, I gotta go over there. And it's just like, all right. Let's see, this is interesting. It's something that you're doing very confidently. consistently with the Chariot, courageously perhaps. You might be doing something that's brave, so that would be like perhaps something like different, or something that's like potentially challenging, and so not a lot of people are gonna do it. Ace of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. I don't know, it just seems like you've been doing this for a while, whatever it is. I got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But that's also like people like listening to you or like watching you. The Empress. This almost seems like if you are more on the mask side, right? If you're more a man and you're like the Emperor, like, or you're the Empress, you're more on the femme side, or you're a woman, whatever. It's like you have somehow cultivated like a little tiny army of like loyal knights. The Knight of Pentacles are like loyal, steadfast, and they're in the material world. Like these are real people. So I don't know if these are just supporters, but they like want to be involved. And so with this Eight of Cups, yeah, like they want to, they want to contribute to the success in some way. What is, like, is there something in particular inspiring this sudden, like, manifestation of energy? Well, it's something that's been, like, this is something that's been building for a while, like, kind of in the background. I don't know that you have known that, or these people have been thinking of this. Yeah, the Sun, and kind of like it's only like now that it's manifesting, that it's being like exposed, but this is something that's been going on in the background for a while. Yeah, I don't think that you know. Four of Coins, or like these people didn't tell you? I don't know. This is interesting. Yeah, these people didn't like, these people like didn't tell you how they felt about what you were doing. But now they kind of like are, like, I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, these are like people, I swear to you, just because this is the Queen of Cups, like don't worry about the gender on that, but there's something that you're doing, some sort of work that you're doing that is somehow moving people or inspiring people. And like I'm telling you, like you have like loyal defenders or some crap. Can we get any more on the type of work that this is? Like it's probably going to be different for like everybody. Okay, they're saying this. Whoa, the Tower, like something groundbreaking. Something groundbreaking, but it's happy. Like this is like a good type of tower. It's like, this is something involved, I'm saying liberation, but it's like getting, like, it's like something that is either strongly motivating people to move into their own happiness. It's strongly motivating people maybe to like, have breakthroughs within like their own mental health stuff, or if they're in like unhappy situations in their lives, they're like breaking free of that very dramatically because of some sort of work, consistent work that y'all are doing. And like, I would say that something that might stress you out about that is that if you're like a therapist or something like that, and somebody has like a breakthrough, and sometimes like people can like attribute that like to the therapist or like to the person, and it's sort of like, you know, therapists or like people who are acting in that capacity of course can support you and can point you in the right direction, but they didn't do the thing. They didn't do the thing, but because it's so dramatic and because like people might be living like much happier lives because of this, they can like attribute like too much like, I don't even know how to describe that. It's like too much. It's like they're making you ultimately responsible for what happened to them when really they just listened and did the work themselves. Because you can't like get somebody out of their situation for them. Like they actually have to do it themselves. So if you're someone who's just sort of like more introverted about stuff, and you just kind of believe that like it kind of doesn't matter where the information is coming from as long as people are like getting happy and like free from like awful situations, you might not like somebody like coming to you and be like, oh no, but it's like because of you, and like I want to give you this and I want to give you that, and it's just sort of like, like thank you so much, but like also at the same time, like don't. It wasn't me, it was you. It might be something like that. And also like the amount of perhaps energy or attention, if this is multiple people doing this. What is this blessing from this main male? I'm not getting it as like transference or anything, but it's just like, you know, people get very grateful. Oh, this is the Emperor over here. And this, like I'm telling you, this has something to do, like the reason why they want to like, it's something that somehow y'all facilitated to like get people out of like horrible situations. This 10 of Swords in reverse. So it's sort of like you are acting based on stuff that you said about like, I don't know, trauma or relationships or things like that, like painful situations. It was a blessing for whoever these people are to hear that. And so now it's sort of like, I want to pay this back. Can we get any more on this 6 of Cups, like 9 of Cups? But again, you see this, like that seems like somebody that you know. You would have to know. King of Wands. Okay, so that is a person. The Devil. The Ace of Pentacles. So there is one person in particular who I would guess that you have to know, like in real life, who is in one of these situations, whatever it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but they like want to like give you something very tangible. How does the collective know this person? Knight of Cups, Prince Charming, romantic, like that is either a friend or more than a friend. High Priestess. It's somebody that you know, because I was like, is this a past person? I don't think so. But it's somebody that you know. And I have known, but like this person, because it's like Prince Charming, romantic, knight in shining armor, following the heart. This is someone who has kept like certain feelings about you like a secret with that High Priestess. I do not believe this is a past, like it would be a past person in that it is someone who you have known in friendship, but not in love. Like this person is making some sort of like judgment call about like acting on their feelings. Like what was this person's devil situation? In general, of course. Well, it's over. Whatever it is, it's over. So, you know, we don't need to get into that person's drama. It's kind of irrelevant, other than like y'all helped them. Hierophant, whatever this person wants to give you, it's a serious big deal. Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, like, well, the 10 of Wands was in the reverse. So if this isn't like a reiteration of this is a big deal, it's sort of like this person wants to relieve some sort of like burden that you are dealing with because you helped them with that like 10 of Swords thing going on. Yeah, this person wants to like help you out in a very like action-oriented way. And that's the Knight of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So all of this is coming from our King of Wands here. This person who you know in some capacity wants to come in and to relieve some of your working burden, likely so you can get more stuff done. This is some sort of like transformative thing, death. They want to transform something that you're doing, or they want to transform their relationship with you in a very significant way. 5 of Pentacles. Or this is simply because you helped transform like their situation. What is that? Yeah, it's something that like the reason why this is going on is just a reiteration of the myth. Something that you said helped them transform like a very unfortunate situation. 5 of Pentacles, Devil, 10 of Swords, like that is no good. That is no good. So this all seems very, very positive. It's just that there is something about it, probably one of the things that I've mentioned that is causing some stress for you, but it doesn't seem like, when I'm saying it doesn't seem like bad stress, it's not that like, it almost kind of seems like laboring in like isolation or with no expectation of like reward ever or recognition. And so when like some sort of extreme, reward or recognition comes in from multiple sources, it's kind of like, and especially if you know you are way more of like an introvert or you are made uncomfortable by things like that. I would also say though that if you have significantly helped people, if you have put stuff out there that has had major impact on people within the community, and you tend to close off from things like recognition and reward, can you like open up to that? Because that's technically a blockage, okay? There's a difference between I'm just like, none of this seems like weird to me. Like none of this seems like people doing anything in a disingenuous way, or like to me the biggest thing that's coming into my mind is sort of like, oh no, like it's almost like a self-deprecating thing. Like it's almost kind of wanting to make yourself and your impact smaller when you're actually confronted with the material reality of what you've done. And I mean, think about that. I would say think about that. Why in the face of like praise and some form of success and people wanting to help you out are you shrinking? Okay? So can we get some final advice outcome for the collective? Then of course we will close out with the Sun and the Father. We have here the King of Pentacles. Because somebody wants to bless you in some way. And it's some sort of material blessing, okay? It's at least a material blessing. This person is deeply appreciative of the work that you do, and I think they would like to see more of it, or more like it, okay? 6 of Pentacles. Whoever that King of Pentacles is, they want to bless you financially. And that's a very, like, that is a sacred thing. Like, it's a donation given freely. I forget what it is called, but like when you give like donations to the Sangha or whatever, that has a specific name, and it's sort of like it's like it's an energetic like to refuse it. It's like, I'm not going to go as far as to say like dishonor, but almost kind of, because it's sort of like receive your blessings, okay? 3 of Swords. That is probably indicative of like your feelings, but also this is why this person is blessing you, this 3 of Swords. Yes, King of Swords. Like this person was able to conquer something in their own life with your assistance. That is a big deal. That is why we talk about you heal within community. You heal with interdependent support. You're not in this alone, even if all you do is put out, like I always say, maybe all you did was put out like funny cat memes. But here's the thing. Consistent funny memes coming from a consistent person on the internet, I promise you, it has stopped people from self-deleting. People have made decisions to continue living based on the memes that you have put out. You think like, that is not a lie. You know I'm not lying, yes. And whatever you assisted this person with, they now want to have some form of celebration or happiness with the person who they feel has helped them so significantly. So let's go ahead and get some Jesus on this. We'll close out with the Father, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here, because this is such a nice read. This is such a nice read for March. Some nice energy here. Let's see. Jesus says, it is more blessed to give than to receive. So this is about the person who wants to give to you, but I guarantee you there is something in your mind that is like, it's more blessed to give than to receive. Like, oh, I'm the one who always gives. I'm not the one who receives. So there's something about that. There's something about that. The Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. The reason why this is happening is because you helped somebody that was lost, okay? Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. So these person or these people are in a more situation as a direct result of the work that you do. And like, this is all, like what I'm saying, this is all like peaceful giving. Like there's no agenda here. There's no anything. This is just like something that is being given with like genuine goodwill. Seriously. It's not, because like I know people can get like weird about like donations and stuff like made on YouTube, because like people can feel like people are trying to buy their behavior in a certain way. That's not what's going on. Nobody's trying to like control you or anything like that. They like just genuinely want to give you something. All right. Oh, we are ending, of course, with our Father Bob, who art in heaven. And the word of Bob is good all the time. What's at the bottom of the deck with Bob? It's life. It's interesting. It's fun. If this is unexpected for you, that's life. That's what they say. Just go out and talk to a tree, make friends with it. So if you are feeling any sort of stress or like you don't know what to do about the situation, go hang out with the trees, go talk to nature, go talk to your guides, okay? Use nature for a support, because it can take on your stress. The mighty mountain, the mighty oak, earth, Gaia, however you want to refer to that, that can take on your stress with no issue whatsoever. Bob says, I really believe if you practice enough, you could paint the Mona Lisa with a 2-inch brush. You might feel that whatever you're doing is very clumsy and it's not very skilled or whatever, but you've been doing it enough that you are painting the Mona Lisa with that 2-inch brush. At least to some people out here, okay? Bob also says, be so very light. Be a gentle whisper. This is giving that delicate thing again. Like this read is probably going to go out before that other read, but there's like a read that like came out about this. Not about this, but there's like there was more of a new person romance read that came out, and what that person very much needs is like a friend. And the song that came out with that read was Delicate by Taylor Swift, and it's coming out again. Is it for the best? My reputation's never been worse, so you must like me for me. We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can pour me a drink. So here's the thing. If you're making this more of a big deal in your mind, it's sort of like whoever these people or this person is, like they just want to be like involved in whatever way you will allow them to be involved. Like, are you wanting like a friend? Are you wanting a creative partner? I don't think that they would be displeased if you wanted more than that, but it's like, we can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can pour me a drink. Like, they just want to be in your energy, essentially. And if it's someone that you already know, if it's someone you've already been friends with or associated with, that's not going to be inappropriate. It's just that it is the escalation of intimacy within the relationship that is going on that might like be tripping you out a little bit, okay? But just like, let it do what it wants to do. Let it organically be what it wants to be, because none of this feels invasive, none of this feels gross, none of this feels controlling. It actually feels like a very sweet thing. So if you are able to open up to it, I would most definitely suggest that you do. So my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, I am your GM, your game master for this. the game of life until you are completely prepared to be writing and performing those true stories all on your own. But of course, I am always available. The doors are always open if you ever need some additional support. I'm also, of course, the greatest magician of the age and perhaps the greatest magician of all time. And together, you and I will perform the greatest magic trick of all time. We will reverse the polarities of the world, make America great for once, fly this boat to the moon somehow, shift the world onto the mega happy timeline, perhaps leaving it a much better place than it ever has been before, because we are my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, crawling on the planet's face. Some insects called the human race, lost in time and lost in space, and meeting.